All right, guys, we got something fun going on today. We're gonna go buy some. We are gonna buy a mower. We're gonna spend the most I've ever spent on a lawnmower. Pretty excited about this one. Also a little nervous because it's a little different than what I typically do. But we'll see how it goes. Can't wait to show you what I got. So what did I buy? Have I gone crazy? I bought another Toro. It's a 42-inch cut. I think this one's a 23 horse Kohler. And I paid money for it. I paid a lot of money for it. I paid $1,000 for it. So am I crazy? I don't know. We'll find out here. But here's the reason why. Last Saturday, like 2 days ago, this is Monday now, I sold the Toro Z4200 that I got last year for $100. I sold it for $1,800. So I saw this Toro pop up on Marketplace. Very similar mower, only newer. It was listed at $1,250. I got the wheels turning in my head. Okay, like, so if I pay $1,000 for it, can I turn around and sell it for $1,500? Make $500 profit on it quick and easy. So I communicated with the guy, and he was actually interested in selling it for $1,000. So I bought it. He said that it had an issue with one transmission being more sensitive than the other. And interestingly, this is a 2-gear range mower, which I didn't realize these were. Has a high and a low setting. So I asked him, like, okay, is it in both ranges? And he said, no, it's more noticeable in low. And I was like, okay, maybe when it's in low, one side is actually staying in high. I tested over, I can't tell anything. I mean, there's always gonna be a little variation, it seems like, from one side to the other on a used mower. I think it's just fine. We'll test it out a little bit. My yard needs to be mowed. Things I did not like about it. The seat foam is starting to come off. That's one of those things you can't really quite tell in a picture. The seat foam is great, but it's just most of the way disconnected, so I may try to figure out how to glue it down. The back tires are mismatched. Maybe not the end of the world, but to me, a mower loses eye appeal if the tires are mismatched. So we'll probably do some maintenance, and the seat and tire are the main money things, so I'll have to figure out if and will we replace those. So if I do both of those, I'd like to try to get 18 for it again, along with maintenance. Try to probably keep my investment below $200 and see if I can list it again at $2,000 and get 18 like I did for the last one. So let's go home and take a walk around it, and you can see for yourself. All right, we're home. Let's unload this thing and see what we got. It's an SS4235. I like this tire, but this is the one that he said that is new, and I don't like that one. I don't like the way it looks. This doesn't look good on a zero turn to me. Pretty typical plastic thing is kind of loose and the decal's coming off. So take that off, clean this off. I may get a new lid here, new air filter. It's missing the pre-cleaner, and this is the oily side here. So I'll probably pop that off and reseal it. The side doesn't look too bad. I'll probably leave it well enough alone just to clean it up. So what do you think? Should I just leave the tires the same, or leave the tires as they are, or try to make them match? And here's the seat. Definitely separating up in here, but there's no cracks. It's just separating. I mean, for me, someone's gonna come over and look at it and they're gonna, ooh, that doesn't look that nice. So it looks like it was left outside. Yeah, that's easy. Find a nicer looking key. I think it's gonna clean up really well though. How much money should I put into it? That's the question. So, stop right now, leave a comment. Do you think I was crazy to spend $1,000 for this mower? Or was it a good investment? Or did it make sense given the situation where I just sold one of these for $1,800 2 days ago? Let me know what you think, and hopefully I'll be showing you this thing selling here in just a little bit. it's a little bit of a side hill here, and each way I go, high and low range, the uphill side is always a little, I need to back off on it. The uphill side's faster because the downhill side's fighting to keep it from turning down the slope. So it seems the same going both ways or similar. So even though it's fairly level, that slight slope is enough that it counteracts any type of issue there may be. Not issue, but I guess what I'm saying is I think they're pretty good. Alright, cut pretty decently. So I was basically mowing at full speed and it did a pretty decent job. Okay, so I was just going to try to cut my grass with this thing since I have it and it works and my grass is long. But this chute, it just starts flapping around out here and dragging on the ground, and I need to go ahead and fix it now. So let's see what we can do. So I picked up this hand riveter at Harbor Freight. Surprisingly, this thing costs like $5, so hopefully it's a good value and not just a tool I shouldn't have bought. But you know, it's $5, so I'm gonna see if I can find some metal to patch in there on that chute, and let's get it fixed. Alright guys, so I've made an executive decision, I believe. It sounds like a decision if I say I believe, doesn't it? I think I'm wasting my time here. This was an experiment mower, the whole project is, and I could have done as little as possible to it to just turn around and sell it, and maybe I should have done that. So I paid $1,000 for the mower. I've got $20 into it in parts. I can buy another one of these chutes for $40, and I just spent like an hour and a half trying to fix this chute, and it's still gonna look bad when I'm done. Like, am I gonna sell and say, hey, I fixed this chute and it looks Frankenstein? Or, hey, there's a brand new chute on the mower. This mower has a few things that aren't really nice, but it's still a pretty nice mower. So here's what I think I'm gonna do at this point. Change of directions. Don't fix the chute, buy a new chute for $40. I found out that I can get another matching back tire for $40. So I think I may do that, even though I don't like this tire. Look how that holds the sticks in it. It's gonna be someone else's problem at some point, but it'll be a nice tire. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that and buy both of those parts. So 40, 40, that's 80 plus 20. I'm gonna have $100 into this mower. I checked the oil. The oil looks full and clean, so I'm not really that concerned about the oil. And then I'll probably wash it and maybe try to trim up the peeling parts on this decal. And I may use some liquid nail and some ratchet straps and just see if I can get this seat foam held down a little better. I don't want to make the same mistake of spending a ton of time working on the seat though. But a new seat costs, as far as I can tell, a new seat like this is like a lot. I know, it's really definite. Well over $100. This seat looks nice. There's no cracks in it. And just a little gluing down might go a long ways here if the glue works out. I think I'm gonna try to ask $2,000 for this mower after I put $100 into it. And if they talk me down to $1,700, I'd still be happy because I make $600 off of it. What would be nice though is if I just don't put time into it. I need to mow and I wanna use this mower to do it. And I've kind of made a mess here. I think I'm gonna drop my angle grinder on the floor. I think I'm actually just gonna try to stitch this up with baling wire and see if I can mow with it like that. Let's see how this gluing went on here. So I tried to glue the seat back on a little bit this morning, and let's pop these straps off. Yeah, happy so far. Down here, that's not as much visually noticeable. I just want it kind of glued down. So I'll probably just try to Get some glue in there. I think it's gonna work. Save me $150, and the seat foam is fine. So this is what I'm using. I had an old tube of this from working on the shed roof, and that didn't go over real well. I'm just gonna run with this stuff. I've been applying it by hand, which is kind of messy, but gets the job done. So basically I just peel this up, shove some glue back in there, and repeat until I got as much glue in there as I want, and then I just put a bunch of weight on there. My only advice for what spots to glue would be glue the spots that look clean, because that's probably where it contacts. Okay, well, it's been raining and I've been working. It's kind of dark and late, so I haven't gotten as much footage, but I took the wheel off. I bought a new tire, and here it is. It's already installed. Here's the old one. So now I've got two that match. So I need to throw that back on, and meanwhile I've been busy getting this seat glued up. Use a bunch of ratchet straps, as you can see, to hold this down while we were gluing it. And I kind of want to come back and try to tuck this in here and seal it around the edges to make it look better, but I kind of don't know if I'm going to get around to doing that, because I kind of want to get this for sale again. I have a new chute, a new one of these, a new one of those. So let's see if we can't throw some new parts on this machine tonight and get it ready to be washed, although we're kind of getting washed. So anyway, things are moving right along. All right, that doesn't look too bad. So we got that new chute on there. That looks pretty sharp. I really think we could probably sell the mower like this, just wash up a little bit. I think I'm gonna try to list this one at $2,000 also, and try to get, you know, $1,700 for it. It's really close to being ready to list again. See if we can make, you know, $500–600 off of it. Man, if we sold it for $18, we'd be making like almost $700, which would be great. I think this little Toro turned out pretty nice. $1,000 for the mower, $40 for the chute, some free glue, sort of. Glue I already had for the seat. Took off that outer cover here, resealed this valve cover with some RTV, I think you call it. Put this new cover on here. I think that was like 14 bucks. Air filter underneath was like 8 bucks, something like that. New back tire was like 35 bucks plus $10 to mount it. And I adjusted the handlebars to match a little bit. So altogether, we're into this mower dollar-wise, probably around 100 bucks. So 40, that's 80. And probably a little over 100 plus the 1,000. So I think it's a good little mower. The seat doesn't look perfect, but you know, it stays on there now, and it doesn't really have a lot of holes in it. I think there is a small hole over there somewhere. It's not really worth it to me to put a new seat on this. I don't think it'll be worth more as a mower. A high-low system on there, I don't think it really makes a whole lot of sense, because even in high, these mowers only go like 7 miles an hour. So low, I think, limits it to like 4. In theory, it gives you more maneuverability, but basically that's because it's going slower. You have more maneuverability, I guess, less chance for error or something like that. But just leave it in high range, it works fine. No, I really like this mower. I don't like it quite as much as the last one, but they're both, I think, really good little mowers. They're kind of small for this yard, but I mean, they get the job done. All right, so I have somebody come in to look at this mower here in a few minutes. Let's see how it goes. All right, so it's gone. We sold the Toro Timecutter SS4235, I think. We sold it. He bought it. He was a really nice guy. He paid $2 grand for it, $2,000. So what are the numbers? I paid $1,000 for it. I think I put in like, I think we decided it's like $125 into it, plus time and labor and sealant and glue. So yeah, that turned out really well. It took a little bit to sell, maybe a week or so. He's a really nice guy, and he may actually be watching this, maybe a subscriber now. But yeah, I would deal with people like that every day, and he kind of encouraged me about my truck too. So I might try to get that truck working a little bit better. So no, that actually turned out really well, the crazy flip, because that's a lot more than I normally invest in a mower. We made several $100s. We did not double our money, but it was pretty quick and easy, and I used the mower for a little bit. The yard looks like I should have used it again, but I didn't want to get it dirty. Anyway, worked out good. We bought it and fixed it up. A quick, easy fix because it was in pretty good condition, and sold it all within about a month's time, I'd say. Yeah, it worked out good. I might be doing more of those. We'll see, because I still got plenty of stuff to work on here. If you like that, go ahead and comment. Let me know if you enjoyed seeing that type of a flip. And yeah, comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoy watching Garage Story. See you next time.